Hey, what's up? I'm Bridget. Thanks for hanging out. Returning subscribers, you're the fucking best. Not a subscriber, you're also awesome. If this video is interesting at all, I'd love if you'd stick around and check out some of the other ones. Subscribe if it feels good to you. Thanks for being here to support me and my small business. Today, we're talking about my favorite area of my entire Notion system. Let's get into it. In my top level productivity system video, I talk about my RAPTR, which is the acronym that I made up for my organizational system. It's cute. It stands for, well, the R is just silent. It's not silent. It's just there for fun, purely just for fun. And then we have the areas, projects, tasks, and reference, which I call my second brain. You can check out that video if you want to see an overview of how the entire system is set up. And today we're looking at the very tippy top of the system, which is areas. Areas are the broad, ongoing categories of your life. You can have as many areas as you want. I like to keep mine super simple. I've got three: my business, my personal, and my home. And I really like to use a specific emoji to denote each area of my life to help make things easier for me and my ADHD brain across my whole Notion system. And you can check out that video if you want to learn how I use emojis to help me focus. My business area encompasses anything related to, you guessed it, Bridget Marie Energy Design, my business. My personal area includes things like hobbies, fun, health, wellness, magic, friends. And my home area is anything to do with our house, my relationship with my partner, and our extended families, and our kitties. Basically, anything in my life that I want to document in Notion fits into one of these three categories for me. And I have seen other people break those areas apart and have, say, like a specific health area, for example, separate from their personal. But for me, in my brain, it just made sense to just wrap it up and have it included within personal rather than making it like a separate area. And my absolute favorite area in my whole system is my business area. It is the most robust and built out area of my system. It's what I have the most fun playing around in. It's what I use the most day to day. And it's what I get to help other people with, my clients, when I work with them, to build these things out for themselves. And it's just a really cool, like, I absolutely love what I do. And it's just really cool to get to do it. So this is definitely my favorite area. I'm very proud of it. And I'm excited to show it to you. What even is areas? The areas database is the gateway point into the rest of the system. So I like to picture it like a cute little flow chart. You've got areas at the top. They contain projects, which are goals or things that you want to accomplish or work towards. And then those projects each contains tasks, which are your action items that help you move the needle and complete your projects and goals. I also kind of like to picture it like a filing cabinet. So for example, I would have a separate filing cabinet for each area of my life. So I'd have a business filing cabinet, a personal cabinet, and a home filing cabinet. And then within each of those cabinets, you've got your filing folders. So those folders would be your projects. So for example, a folder in my personal cabinet would be my health folder. And then you open those folders up, and within each folder is a piece of paper. And those pieces of paper would symbolize your tasks that you need to do to complete your project or move forward in your project. So maybe one task in my health folder would be going to weekly therapy appointments. Before I show you how it's built out in my system, I want to tell you what I tried that didn't work. A lot of experimentation has gone into building my system. When I first started out, I tried following other people's systems. Of course, that's a great way to learn. And like the system Para, that says that your areas are ongoing and your project should have completion dates. And therefore I should have a bunch of specific ongoing areas. That for me got way too overwhelming and convoluted, like really fast. So, for example, instead of having one main business area, I should have multiple areas like a marketing area, a branding area, a finance area, etc. That got too confusing when I started adding projects into those areas. I, at this time, was working towards building up these areas of my business, and I didn't necessarily have specific projects that had strict completion dates. And to try to make Para work, I created a marketing area with a marketing project inside of it, a branding area with a branding project inside of it. Same for the rest. It started getting really confusing really fast, and it just didn't make sense in my brain for where I was in my business, or just in my brain in general. It felt like there was too much clutter, which took away from my ability to focus on my work. I felt like I had too many things spread out in too many places. So I scrapped Para's rules, simplified it, I made it work for me and my beautiful, unique brain. And now I just have my one business area containing all of my business projects. And I allow some of those projects to just be ongoing, like my marketing, branding, and finance projects. Let's go see what this looks like within my business area. Areas is just the title of a database. It lives here on my Holy Grail HQ, which is my entire system dashboard. And on here, I've got a bunch of different databases that are all related. They're interconnected, AKA they all work together. And I've got a bunch of dashboards set up here to help me utilize these related databases in a way that makes sense for my brain. And this Holy Grail HQ is a customizable template that you can learn more about and purchase at the link in the description below. So here is my areas database. I pretty much never go into it on the back end, but I've got it as a cute little gallery view here. You can see my business area, my personal, and my home area. I pretty much just use this areas database like an organizational label inside other databases that it's related to, like my projects, which you'll see in a minute. So in this table view, you can see all of these different relations that I have that this areas database is related to. And if I open up my business one here, as a full page, you can see I went ahead and I hid all of those properties that were from the table view because I don't need that visual clutter in here. And instead I customized this page to be exactly what I want to see or need to see here. And all that I want in here right now for my business area is a view of my projects database. And I've got it filtered here just to show me my business projects. So that is all that I've got on this page here. And I also like to see my areas database as a roll-up inside of my tasks. So I can show you an example of that. If we'll open up my Holy Grail HQ project. And so this is my project template, but you can see right here, it shows that it is a business project. And if I scroll down inside of here, I have a view of my tasks. And if I open up like one of my tasks, you can see that it's related to that project that we just looked at. And it is rolling up what area this project is in. So that automatically happens. I don't have to fill that out inside of each task, which is really cool about having a roll up there. And that's the gist of it. That's the areas section of my system. It helps to keep my projects and everything in my life better organized. If this video was helpful at all, I'd love to hear what you discovered and what you want to try out in the future in your own system. If you already have an areas section, I'd love to know what yours is broken up into. I can't wait to hear all about it. Let me know in the comments. And thank you so much for being here. I'll see you in the next one.